In today's video, I am going to be breaking down how scary good Demar Derozan really is. We've seen him just absolutely destroy the NBA this year with a ton of game winners, as we see right here, and we've also seen him basically lead the All-Star voting in the East. So let's get down, let's check out Demar Derozan. Okay, so what makes him so scary? Well, first off, we're going to be breaking down this game-winning shot and what allowed him to make this shot, and of course, what allowed that ball to go in. So let's rewind this just a bit and really break this down. So after he received that pass, right away, he had in his mind, he had his head looking at that defense. Right there, he's looking to see what the defense is giving him. He then turns quickly towards the baseline, he takes a quick dribble, and then he goes right-left. By going towards his left side as a right-handed player, his right arm is going to be automatically in line with the rim. He knows this. He's a smart player. However, Corey Kispert's also a pretty good defender, so he needs to get him up into the air, and that's what he does with a shot fake. He now gets a secondary defender coming over because nobody wants Demar Derozan to shoot that shot. However, Demar Derozan knows that he has a high set point as it is. We've broken this down in a prior video, and that allows him to get shots over top of defenders, but also by getting higher in his shot, or at least into his jump shot, he's going to be at least harder to block, and his arm is already in line with the rim because he was going towards the left side. Actually, let's really check out what made this shot go in. That ball has a high set point. That's not always the case as to why it went in, but look at where that ball is situated versus the upper arm. It is in line, which allows that ball to be essentially over top of the elbow, and that elbow is in line with the rim and the shoulder. This was going to go at least straight at the very least, and with the release being his regular split finger, pointer, and middle finger release, he was able to get that shot in. Now, we've seen Steph Curry do this next one, and we've now seen Demar Derozan do the exact same thing, and that is the three-point layup. Why does the three-point layup make sense, and why do people actually think it's hard? It's actually really not that hard of a shot. Want to know why? Because you're bringing your right leg up, which gets your shoulder and elbow in line with the rim, and you're basically going through your regular motion of shooting, and by bringing that right leg up, you are getting yourself in line with the rim. That ball is going to go straight, you just have to play with distance. And by going up on one leg like we see here and getting a higher release point, because that's going to allow you to get over top of defenders' overstretched arms, that's actually a good shot. And yet there's so many coaches who will say that's out of control and they don't want you to take it. I'm not saying to take shots like that all of the time, but what I am saying is to practice it occasionally, because you never know when you're going to need it. Demar Derozan is also extremely good at being able to attack a player and to be able to use their top foot to your advantage, or to his advantage. So here, when he's attacking that right side, he notices that the hips and shoulders of his defender are facing the baseline. This is key because now you want to be able to spin off away from that defender, and that's what we see Demar Derozan do here. However, his footwork is absolutely amazing. If we can zoom in and rewind just a bit, when he does the spin move, he takes a dribble. This allows him to have a gather step, which is his right foot. He's in the air when he gathers, which technically means he doesn't have a pivot just as of yet. That pivot is established on whichever foot that he lands on, and he lands on his right foot first. That gives him momentum backwards to be able to go right-left onto his left foot to get that power up into the air. He's traditionally always going to be slightly fading away from his shot as well. That's how he shoots the ball, and by spinning back towards his left side, that allows him to get his, again, right shoulder and elbow in line with the rim, and that high set point allows him to get that shot over top of the defense extremely easily. Now, on this next clip, we have Demar Derozan, who is driving towards the basket on a big man, and then he does a quick jump jump stop, and then he goes up for his shot. There's a lot of stuff that goes into this shot that we need to break down, because this shot could actually be very useful for you. So here we have Demar Derozan. He attacks that player. He gets his shoulder into the chest, or at least side of that defensive player, and then he does a quick jump stop. However, this is not a regular jump stop. This is actually a very big secret as to how NBA players can really use momentum. He hops off his left foot, gathers that ball in the air, and then he goes left, right. We see that right here. Left foot first, right foot next. By landing on his left foot first, that's going to give him momentum away from the rim, away from his defender. Then, when he pushes off, he's then pushing off of his right foot as well and trying to kick that right foot out so that he can get his right shoulder and elbow in line with the rim. This is a very, very important part of Demar Derozan's shot and pretty much any good shooter's shot. You need to get that in line. By kicking that right foot out, and to do that, he's got momentum from pushing off his left and then right foot. That allows him to get that angle away from the defender, and with his high set point, it's extremely hard to block, and he's able to get that arm in line so that he can make that shot. On top of that, he uses the backboard like Tim Duncan, like a king. And how does he do that? Well, he understands that when that ball hits the backboard, that's roughly that imaginary line between the corner of the backboard and the corner of that box. If you can get enough arc on that ball to hit somewhere along there, of course, every shot is different depending on the area of the court. However, for Demar Derozan, he hit the backboard right there, which then allowed that ball to bounce in. You have to know how to use the backboard to your advantage so that you can hit very hard shots, because guess what? If you know how to use that backboard, you can be an extremely dangerous player. Demar Derozan also knows how to create contact and to be able to protect that ball. So here he's got a defender who is coming over to then play help defense to at least block Demar Derozan's ability. Now, Demar Derozan goes off of his right foot in this case and then to his left. That's giving him momentum to go into that help side player. When he does that, he's able to get that contact and protect that ball with two hands. We have to remember that defenders can't bring their arms down and make contact with your arms, or else it's going to be a foul. So by being able to get enough power into that player to move that player back without lowering your shoulder, because here you have to remember you cannot lower your shoulder as an offensive player. It will be an offensive charge. You have to be able to put your whole body into them to be able to get them out of that way, and then hold on to the ball long enough so that they are out of your way so that you can make that layup. That is why Demar Derozan is very, very dangerous. Demar Derozan also has a lot of Kobe type of moves. The ability to seal and attack baseline is a very Kobe-esque move. Here we have Demar Derozan who gets that ball. He does a quick pivot towards the middle of the court. Of course, this is the top foot on this side of Seth Curry, and he's able to then spin off, keeping that left foot planted so that he can have that quicker spin towards the baseline. He takes one dribble, and watch, one dribble on his left foot, and then when he goes for this jump stop, it's not a true jump stop where he's landing on both feet at the same time. He goes right, left, so that he gets the angle in front of Seth Curry, so that now it's extremely hard for Seth Curry to be able to block, and he's able to get that ball up high enough so that the help side defender can't block him because the backboard and the mesh is in the way, and neither of which the defender can touch. So by knowing how to use angles, know how to get in front of your defender by sealing him with your back and with jump stops, you're going to be a very, very good player. I hope that this video helps you become a much better basketball player. If it does, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time.